Have you ever broken an egg into your pan, cooked it to perfection, and believed you were doing something good for your body, only to discover that you may be making a choice that could transform the superfood into an unexpected health concern? Eggs are hailed as a remarkable source of protein, vitamins, and essential nutrients provided by nature. However, the reality is that the way you manage, preserve, and prepare them can significantly impact your well-being, either enhancing it or inadvertently jeopardizing it. In this video, we're exploring 5 frequent missteps that might be undermining your eggs and your overall wellness, often without your awareness. Stay with us until the conclusion, as we're not merely highlighting the issues at hand. We're offering straightforward, transformative advice to ensure eggs remain safe and nutritious, allowing you to savor them without guilt and enhance your well-being each day. Before we dive in, I'd be grateful if you enjoy this video and could assist me in sharing the wisdom of the ages. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to activate the bell so you won't miss any of the videos. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with the number 1. If it didn't resonate with you, comment with the number 0. Your feedback will help me create better content for you. Let's dive in. First, overcooking eggs. A common mistake that many make in the kitchen, often unknowingly, is the overcooking of eggs. Eggs serve as a remarkable source of nutrition, packed with premium protein, beneficial fats, and an abundance of vital vitamins and minerals such as choline, selenium, and vitamin D. Yet, exposing them to extreme heat can change this nutritious food into something that is not only less advantageous, but could also be detrimental. Whether frying them until the edges achieve a deep, crispy brown, boiling them until the yolk adopts an unappealing grayish-green hue, or scrambling them over a fierce flame, overheating eggs initiates chemical changes that compromise their quality and introduce risks that should be avoided. When eggs are overcooked, they experience oxidation, leading to changes in their molecular structure that are not favorable. The fats and cholesterol found in eggs, which are typically harmless or even advantageous in moderation, can undergo oxidation when exposed to high heat, resulting in compounds that may not be so kind to your body. Oxidized cholesterol has been highlighted in scientific studies as a factor that contributes to heightened inflammation in the body, a condition recognized as a precursor to chronic illnesses such as heart disease and atherosclerosis. This is not merely a concept. The impacts may be understated, yet build over time. Opening a hard-boiled egg and encountering that strong sulfuric smell is a clear sign of overcooking. The odor emerges from a chemical interaction between the sulfur found in the egg white and the iron present in the yolk, resulting in iron sulfide, a harmless yet unmistakable indication that the egg has exceeded its optimal freshness. The gray-green ring encircling an overcooked yolk serves as a clear indication that the cooking has exceeded its optimal point. To clarify, this does not imply that an overcooked egg instantly turns poisonous or inedible. You won't collapse from consuming a chewy scramble or a somewhat charred fried egg. However, it indicates that the nutritional profile of the egg has suffered a decline. Over time, regularly consuming eggs prepared in this manner could lead to significant health issues, particularly for older adults, whose bodies might already be facing increased inflammation or age-related weaknesses. Imagine Robert, a 76-year-old retiree who has cherished eggs throughout his life. For many years, his mornings began with a plate of fried eggs, prepared in a hot skillet until the whites were perfectly crisp and golden at the edges. For him, that texture and subtly charred flavor epitomized the essence of an ideal breakfast. As time passed, he started to experience persistent digestive troubles, discomfort after eating, sporadic heartburn, and an overall feeling of lethargy. Confused, he brought it up to a friend who was passionate about nutrition. A friend directed him to explore the research on oxidized cholesterol and the drawbacks of overcooking eggs. Curious, Robert chose to embark on an experiment. He exchanged his intense frying routine for a more delicate method, softly scrambling his eggs over medium-low heat with a touch of butter. In just a matter of weeks, the contrast was remarkable. Reduced bloating, diminished episodes of heartburn, and an unexpected surge in his morning vitality. A minor adjustment led to significant benefits. In addition to the dangers posed by harmful substances, Overcooking eggs diminishes their rich nutritional value. Eggs are renowned for their abundant vitamin B12, vital for nerve function and energy production, folate, crucial for DNA repair and cell growth, and antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which guard against age-related vision decline and bolster cognitive health. These nutrients are delicate, and extended exposure to elevated temperatures can considerably diminish their quality. Research indicates that excessive cooking can diminish the bioavailability of these vitamins and antioxidants, resulting in your body absorbing fewer nutrients compared to a well-cooked egg. If eggs play a significant role in your meals, whether due to their cost-effectiveness, adaptability, or importance in a nutritious eating regimen, this loss is significant. While you may believe you're nourishing your body with a powerhouse of nutrients, improper cooking methods can diminish the advantages you expected to gain. The glimmer of hope. There's no need to completely eliminate eggs or completely change your cooking habits to avoid these issues. The answer can be found in mindfulness and some straightforward changes. Preparing eggs at reduced temperatures is essential for maintaining their quality and reducing oxidation. For instance, consider gently boiling them until the yolk is firm yet still creamy, approximately 6 to 7 minutes for a medium boil, instead of allowing them to bounce around in boiling water for 15 minutes. Poaching is a delicate technique that preserves the egg's integrity and nutrients, needing only a gentle simmer instead of a vigorous boil. If scrambling is your preference, lower the heat to medium-low and stir gently to create a soft, creamy texture rather than a dry, crumbly result. For those who enjoy frying, a touch of patience can yield great results. Apply a gentle heat, add a hint of oil or butter, and remove the eggs from the pan before they become too brown. These methods not only protect the egg's nutritional quality, but also elevate its taste and texture, transforming an ordinary dish into something elegantly enjoyable. In the end, eggs stand out as one of nature's most exceptional foods, as long as you handle them with the attention they warrant. By steering clear of the pitfall of overcooking, you can savor their complete range of advantages while avoiding any unintended hazards. Deliberate minor adjustments in your preparation methods can create a wave of benefits, enhancing your overall well-being and guaranteeing that each bite provides the sustenance it is meant to offer. So the next time you grab that carton, pause for a moment to reduce the intensity and truly appreciate the contrast. It's an easy move that yields tremendous rewards. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, kindly drop a number 1 in the comments to signal your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss a video. Your encouragement enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let us proceed onward. Second place, consuming raw or undercooked eggs. Numerous individuals advocate for the practice of eating raw or undercooked eggs, believing it to be the best method to access their complete nutritional benefits. Eggs stand out as a remarkable source of nutrients, packed with premium protein, crucial vitamins like B12 and D, and important minerals such as selenium and phosphorus. The allure is clear. Why alter what nature has already mastered? Nevertheless, what these enthusiasts frequently fail to recognize is that this practice entails considerable health risks that may surpass the anticipated advantages. The main risk stems from the possible contact with harmful bacteria, especially Salmonella, a well-known pathogen that can reside on eggshells or even within the egg itself, poised to disrupt your health. For most people, eating raw or undercooked eggs may appear to be a small risk, but it poses significant dangers for older adults. With the passage of time, the efficiency of our immune systems diminishes, rendering older adults more susceptible to infections that younger, healthier individuals might easily fend off. A fleeting episode of discomfort, maybe just a day or two of an upset stomach, for someone in their 20s could escalate into a serious, life-threatening situation for an individual in their 60s or older. Foods that often feature raw eggs, such as homemade mayonnaise, uncooked cake batter, raw cookie dough, or those alluring sunny-side-up eggs with runny yolks, may appear innocuous at first glance. However, every bite carries an element of chance, and while salmonella contamination may be statistically rare, it remains a genuine risk that should not be overlooked. When salmonella hits, the aftermath can be severe. Symptoms may begin quietly but can intensify rapidly, featuring a rising fever, unyielding stomach cramps, ongoing diarrhea, and vomiting that exhausts and dehydrates you. For older adults whose bodies may struggle to recover, this situation can quickly turn into a medical crisis. Dehydration can place significant stress on the kidneys and heart, and the infection may necessitate hospitalization or potentially result in serious complications such as sepsis in more severe instances. And don't let the appearance of a flawless egg from the grocery store mislead you into believing it's a sure thing. Even eggs that look pristine may conceal bacteria if they were improperly handled during production, transport, or storage, or if they originated from an infected hen in the first place. Let's illustrate with a concrete example. Introducing Margaret, a lively 68-year-old retiree who embraces a zest for healthy living. For years, she began her mornings with a raw egg smoothie, mixing it with fruit and a hint of juice. She had come across the idea that raw eggs were a hidden gem for enhancing nutrient absorption, and she firmly believed in the surge of energy it provided her. That is, until a pivotal week arrived when everything transformed. It began with a persistent stomachache, soon followed by surges of nausea, culminating in days filled with overwhelming pain and illness. Following a tense appointment with her physician, the news struck with force: salmonella poisoning. Margaret stood in disbelief. She had relied on those eggs, bought from a trusted shop for years, never imagining they could let her down in such a way. Weeks passed before she could fully recover, and the experience left her deeply unsettled. Committed to maintaining her health while prioritizing her well-being, Margaret opted for a straightforward change. She began to prepare her eggs with great care and attention. Scrambled, boiled, or poached, always cooked until the yolks and whites were firm, she discovered she could still savor the same nutritional advantages without risking her well-being. Since implementing that change, she has not experienced another incident, demonstrating that even a minor adjustment can lead to significant outcomes. However, the risks of bacterial contamination are not the sole reason to avoid raw eggs. There exists an additional subtle disadvantage: a protein known as avidin, which is naturally found in raw egg whites. Avidin has a troublesome tendency to latch onto biotin, an essential B vitamin that plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy metabolism, as well as promoting strong nerves, skin, and hair. Consuming raw eggs leads to avidin binding with biotin, much like an overly attached visitor, hindering your body's ability to absorb it effectively. As time passes, this may result in a biotin deficiency, quietly eroding your health in ways that may go unnoticed until it's too late. The positive aspect? Cooking eggs effectively neutralizes avidin, allowing biotin and other nutrients to function optimally without any hindrance. Some proponents of raw eggs may contend, what about organic or free-range options? Are they not safer? It's a reasonable inquiry, yet the response is quite unsettling. Every egg is susceptible to contamination. Regardless of whether the eggs come from a factory farm or a charming pasture, salmonella shows no favoritism based on the origin of the egg or the way the hen was raised. Organic and free-range eggs may provide additional advantages, such as increased omega-3 levels or improved animal welfare. Yet in terms of bacterial risk, they are comparable to conventional eggs. The sole infallible safeguard is heat. Ensuring that both the whites and yolks of eggs are completely cooked removes any risk without exception. What are your most secure choices? Fluffy and firm scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs devoid of any runny center, or poached eggs with a yolk that has lost its liquid wobble? All of these provide the same nutritional benefits without the risk. If you find yourself captivated by the charm of a runny yolk, you might want to explore the option of pasteurized eggs, which undergo heat treatment to eliminate bacteria while preserving that delightful softness of the yolk. They represent a reasonable balance, yet ensuring eggs are cooked thoroughly continues to be the benchmark for safety. It's a modest investment for tranquility. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, I'd love for you to comment number 2 below to show your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly suggest you do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss any of the videos. Your encouragement enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let us proceed onward. Third on the list, Improperly storing cooked eggs is a common oversight. Many people fail to consider the best practices for keeping them safe and fresh after cooking. One might think that after being scrambled, boiled, or fried, these items can be left out or carelessly stored in the fridge without concern. Yet inadequate storage can quickly turn a tasty, nutrient-rich dish into a possible health risk in no time at all. Improperly handled cooked eggs can turn into a fertile environment for harmful bacteria, presenting significant risks, particularly for vulnerable populations such as seniors. The principles at play here are clear, yet frequently ignored. In warm, moist environments, bacteria flourish, and cooked eggs certainly fall under this principle. Once eggs are left at room temperature, or anywhere in the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, harmful pathogens such as Salmonella, Listeria, and E. can proliferate. Coli can start to proliferate at a startling pace. Research indicates that under these circumstances, bacterial growth can double every 20 minutes. This means that a minor lapse, such as leaving a plate of scrambled eggs on the counter for a few hours, could become a precarious risk to your health. For older individuals whose immune systems may not be as strong as they used to be, the repercussions of foodborne illness can be significantly more serious, leading to extended periods of illness or even hospital stays. Imagine a typical situation. You've crafted a delightful batch of fluffy scrambled eggs for breakfast, yet your attention is drawn away by a phone call or a chore around the house. After a couple of hours, you come back to discover the plates remain untouched. They appear satisfactory, prompting you to dive in without hesitation. What you may not be aware of is that during that period, bacteria could have begun to establish themselves on the surface of the eggs, transforming an ordinary meal into a possible trigger for nausea, vomiting, or even more severe consequences. This raises significant concerns for older adults, as their bodies are not as well prepared to combat infections that younger, healthier individuals may dismiss with greater ease. Effective storage is essential for mitigating these risks, beginning right after the eggs have finished cooking. Should you not consume them immediately, it is essential to cool them swiftly and place them in the refrigerator within 2 hours, or within 1 hour if the ambient temperature is notably high, such as during a scorching summer day. After being placed in the fridge, cooked eggs must be stored in an airtight container to shield them from air and possible contaminants. For example, hard-boiled eggs can remain safe in the refrigerator for as long as a week, as long as their shells are unbroken and they are stored correctly. On the contrary, scrambled eggs, omelets, or fried eggs tend to have a more limited shelf life. For optimal freshness and safety, it's best to enjoy them within 3 to 4 days. Consider George, a 72-year-old retiree who has a deep enthusiasm for meal prepping. In an effort to streamline his hectic week, George would prepare a generous portion of scrambled eggs each Sunday, keeping them in a loosely covered bowl in the refrigerator. Every morning, he would take a serving, warm it up, and savor his swift breakfast. However, after several weeks of following this routine, he began to experience persistent stomach discomfort, bloating, nausea, and intermittent cramps. Initially, he attributed it to the passage of time or perhaps something he had consumed. However, as the symptoms continued, he examined his habits more closely and came to the conclusion that his egg storage could be the culprit. The loose cover failed to preserve the freshness of the eggs, and the large batch lingered for too long. After transitioning to smaller batches kept in airtight containers, George's digestive issues disappeared, demonstrating that a minor adjustment in storage practices can lead to significant improvements. In addition to the timing and containers, there's another subtle threat to be mindful of: cross-contamination. While cooked eggs may appear safe due to the heating process, once they cool, they become just as vulnerable to bacterial contamination as any other perishable item. Storing them in the fridge alongside raw meat, unwashed produce, or other items that may carry germs can lead to the easy transfer of those pathogens to the eggs. Picture this: a bowl of fluffy scrambled eggs perched on a shelf, just above a package of raw chicken that's oozing ever so slightly. A mere drop could bring salmonella into your cooked eggs, and you might remain oblivious until it's far too late. To prevent this, always place cooked eggs on a distinct shelf, ideally in a sealed container, and maintain an organized fridge to reduce potential risks. Next, we must address the issue of reheating. a distinct realm where many tend to make mistakes. Have you ever placed leftover eggs in the microwave, only to find yourself with a rubbery, somewhat odorous disaster? This experience highlights just how challenging reheating can truly be. Microwaving often leads to unevenly cooked eggs, diminishing their nutritional value and resulting in a tough, unappealing texture. Moreover, if the eggs were not stored correctly from the outset, reheating will not eliminate any bacteria that may have already established itself. It could potentially exacerbate the issue by providing pathogens with a comfortable setting to thrive and reproduce. One effective method is to warm eggs slowly on the stovetop using low heat. Incorporate a touch of water, broth, or a hint of butter to maintain their moisture and avoid that unfortunate rubbery texture. This technique maintains the essence of flavor and nutritional value, all while minimizing the chances of overcooking. In summary, mishandling cooked eggs is a common oversight, yet it can be easily prevented with some mindfulness and attention. By ensuring they remain chilled, securely sealed, and isolated from possible contaminants, and by reheating them with care, you can savor your eggs safely and delightfully each time. Fourth in line, utilizing eggs that are damaged or past expiration. One of the fastest methods to transform a nutritious egg dish into a health disaster is by using eggs that are cracked, over the hill, or not stored correctly. At first glance, an egg may appear flawless, its smooth shell devoid of any visible imperfections. However, concealed damage or age can transform it into a potential breeding ground for bacteria such as salmonella. This situation is more significant than most people understand, particularly for older adults whose immune systems decline as they age, making them more vulnerable to infections that may only result in minor discomfort for younger individuals. Many individuals frequently overlook the importance of egg freshness. You could take a carton from the fridge, check the expiration date, and think everything is fine. However, expiration dates are not always reliable. Eggs may go bad before the indicated date if not handled properly, while they could remain fresh for a little longer if stored under ideal conditions. What's the way to be absolutely certain? The most straightforward and dependable method is the water test. Carefully fill a bowl with cold water and gently lower the egg into it. If it descends to the depths and rests evenly, it's as fresh as ever. If it remains upright on one end, it's still good to eat but approaching its peak, so be sure to use it soon. If it rises to the top, it's spoiled, and you ought to discard it without a second thought. This occurs as air gradually infiltrates the shell, creating a pocket that causes older eggs to float. Consider Evelyn, a 74-year-old grandmother who takes great pride in her meticulous approach to eating. She had consistently been meticulous about scrutinizing labels and steering clear of junk food, yet she had never given much thought to the state of her eggs. One morning, she cracked an egg into her skillet for her usual sunny-side-up breakfast and detected a subtle, unsettling aroma, reminiscent of sulfur. Believing it was a minor concern, she proceeded to cook it, assuming the heat would resolve any potential problems. Several hours later, she was overwhelmed by waves of nausea, accompanied by stomach cramps and an all-encompassing sense of despair. A consultation with her physician verified the diagnosis: food poisoning caused by a rotten egg. Deeply affected by the incident, Evelyn began to rely on the water test with unwavering consistency before breaking any egg, and she has encountered no issues since. Her narrative serves as a poignant reminder that even those who tread carefully can overlook this essential yet straightforward step. The dangers extend beyond the point of expiration, however. The way eggs are managed prior to arriving in your kitchen is equally important. Eggs possess a remarkable fragility, and the influence of temperature is significant in ensuring their safety. When stored at elevated temperatures, whether at the grocery store, during transport, or even within your own home, condensation may develop on the shells. The moisture fosters an ideal setting for bacteria to flourish, infiltrating through minuscule pores in the shell and permeating the egg itself. Experts suggest storing eggs in the coldest section of your refrigerator, usually found at the back of a middle or lower shelf, instead of the door. While the door offers convenience, it is prone to frequent temperature fluctuations each time the fridge is opened, potentially accelerating spoilage and heightening the risk of contamination. Broken eggs are yet another significant warning sign. A hairline fracture, almost imperceptible to the naked eye, can allow bacteria to infiltrate, The crack may go unnoticed when you pick up the carton from the shelf, yet by the time you prepare to cook, that egg might already be at risk. Should you notice a crack, regardless of its size, it's wise to prioritize safety and dispose of it. If eggs emit an unusual odor, appear discolored, such as having a cloudy white or pinkish yolk, or feel peculiar upon cracking, the same caution applies. These are clear indicators of spoilage, and cooking may not always resolve the issue. Certain bacterial toxins have the ability to withstand high temperatures. Reflect on the journey that brings eggs to your table. They undergo a series of processes: laid out, collected, packed, shipped, and stocked, each stage presenting opportunities for mishandling. A jolt during transit could fracture a shell, or a retailer might neglect to keep a carton chilled for an extended period. When you welcome them into your space, you take on the entirety of their past experiences. That's why examining eggs prior to use isn't merely a good practice. It's a protective measure. Examine each piece closely under the light or delicately roll it between your fingers to detect any imperfections, and rely on your instincts if anything feels amiss. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, I'd love for you to comment number 3 below to show your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly suggest you do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss any of the videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let us proceed onward. Fifth in line, mixing eggs with unhealthy cooking oils. Eggs serve as a remarkable source of nutrition, brimming with premium protein, beneficial fats, vitamins, and minerals that contribute to various aspects of health, including cognitive function and muscle upkeep. However, even the finest eggs can diminish in quality if prepared with the improper oil. A frequent error individuals commit is combining eggs with unhealthy, heavily processed cooking oils, transforming a nutritious dish into something that may subtly jeopardize your health in the long run. This is particularly important for older adults who must be aware of inflammation and health risks associated with aging that can arise from unhealthy eating habits. Not all oils are the same, and the distinctions extend far beyond flavor. Commonly found in numerous kitchens, highly processed vegetable oils such as soybean, corn, canola, or generic vegetable oil blends are favored for their affordability and accessibility. However, there's a twist. These oils undergo a refining process that employs aggressive chemicals and intense heat, which removes essential nutrients and results in the presence of unstable fats. Cooking with them, particularly at the elevated temperatures required for frying eggs, leads to further breakdown, resulting in the formation of harmful compounds such as trans fats, oxidized lipids, and free radicals. These troublesome factors have been associated with persistent inflammation, cardiovascular issues, and even a decline in cognitive function, challenges that become more pronounced as we grow older. For older adults, the stakes are elevated. Long-term consumption of unhealthy fats can lead to chronic inflammation, which may exacerbate conditions such as arthritis, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, all of which tend to increase in prevalence as we age. While younger individuals may manage occasional exposure to these substances with minimal immediate effects, older adults can quickly accumulate significant damage over time. Should you have ever cooked eggs in margarine or a low-cost vegetable oil, you may have inadvertently added these risks to your diet. Consider Frank, a 78-year-old who has been preparing his morning eggs in the same ordinary vegetable oil for years. Years ago, he developed a habit: drizzle some oil into the pan, break the eggs, and voila, breakfast is served. He seldom pondered it deeply. Oil was merely oil, wasn't it? After attending a community health talk and discovering the risks associated with processed seed oils, Frank made the decision to embark on an experiment. He replaced his usual choice with butter one week and then switched to extra virgin olive oil the following week. To his astonishment, he began to notice a reduction in the fogginess and bloating he experienced after meals. His digestion got better, and he felt a bit more lively in his stride. The eggs had a more delightful flavor as well. It wasn't a significant transformation, merely a more thoughtful approach to his food preparation, and it resulted in a noticeable improvement. The issue with unhealthy oils frequently relates to their smoke point. the temperature at which they begin to break down and emit harmful byproducts. A variety of processed vegetable oils possess low smoke points, indicating they struggle to withstand the heat of a hot skillet without deteriorating. Upon their release, they set free free radicals, unstable molecules that roam through your body, harming cells, speeding up the aging process, and adding to oxidative stress. Cooking eggs at high temperatures with these oils repeatedly can lead to an increase in inflammation accompanying your meal. In comparison, consider the benefits of healthier alternatives such as butter, ghee, coconut oil, or extra virgin olive oil. These fats exhibit greater stability when exposed to heat, which reduces the likelihood of them becoming toxic during cooking. Butter and ghee offer a deep, fulfilling taste, while providing essential nutrients such as vitamin A and butyrate, which promote gut health. Coconut oil, boasting a high smoke point and medium-chain triglycerides, provides a delightful tropical flair, along with energizing advantages. Extra virgin olive oil, an essential element of the Mediterranean diet, brims with antioxidants and monounsaturated fats that safeguard your heart and brain. For those seeking a balanced and adaptable choice, avocado oil stands out as an excellent option. Its elevated smoke point and subtle flavor render it ideal for cooking eggs, and it is rich in beneficial fats. The true takeaway isn't merely about steering clear of unhealthy oils. It's about transforming your entire approach to cooking. The quality of eggs is determined by the method of preparation. Combine them with a reliable, nutrient-dense fat, and you have a dish that fuels your body and delights your palate. Choose the wrong oil, and you're compromising all that goodness, trading health benefits for concealed dangers. A minor adjustment can lead to significant benefits, particularly for older adults aiming to maintain their vitality and strength for the long haul. Indeed, that sums it up. 5 frequent errors that can transform eggs from a nutritional marvel into a concealed danger, along with straightforward adjustments you can implement to ensure they remain safe and wholesome. Having explored all of this together, I'm eager to hear your thoughts. What is something you discovered today that took you by surprise or broadened your perspective? Perhaps it's preparing eggs over gentle heat, assessing their freshness through a water test, or replacing that vegetable oil with a more nutritious alternative. Feel free to share your thoughts below and tell me one new element you're planning to incorporate into your life moving forward. Your perspectives hold great significance for us. If you enjoyed this video, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your encouragement enables us to continue providing you with insights for a better daily life. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next installment.